This is the programming code for stock management transaction. In this, we give 6 options to the user, namely buy stock, sell stock, query stock, adjust stock, register new stock, view all transaction, and then quit. The user needs to first register the new stock, enter the name of the stock, code of the stock, and the quantity of the stock which is stored in the warehouse. Then the user can perform buy stock, sell stock, or whatever the user desires. But for that, the user needs to first mention the code of the stock that he desires to buy or sell. For that, we use this find stock item method in which we check into the warehouse if the code that the user is asking for is available in the warehouse or not. If it is not available, we print stock found with this code not available. If that stock code is available, then the user needs to mention the quantity to be bought and the sale price for that item to be bought. Similarly, we can perform sell stock as well. After all these transactions are done, we can view all the transaction that has happened with this view all method. This prints the transaction history of all the transactions that has happened till date, all the stock that has been bought, all the stock that has been sold, and whatever adjustments have been made to the stock. For doing all this, we have used abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism, as we have created many classes. If we have a look to this class transaction here, we can see all these implementations. Abstraction is basically handling the complexity by hiding unnecessary details from the user, that is, ignore irrelevant details. In C#, abstraction is done through the keyword abstract. Here we have created an abstract class called transaction, and this class contains the keyword abstract, is known as the abstract base class. All the abstract methods has to be declared in the abstract base class. This is an abstract method which is print summary. Encapsulation is another object-oriented programming feature which is hiding the data or abstraction in detail. So with encapsulation, the code can prevent the user from manipulating objects in a way not intended by the designer. Encapsulation is done through access specifiers like private, protected, public, etc. In protected access specifier, these variables, which are defined as protected, can be either accessed only by in the class in which they are defined or in the child class as well. That's how encapsulation works. Now, the basic object-oriented method, that is inheritance, is the ability to create a class that inherits attributes and behaviors from the existing class. There is always a child class and a base class. So here this is transaction is the parent class or the base class, and if we have a look on the stock sale transaction, it inherits the parent class, so stock sale transaction is the child class. We do not need to mention the stock price and quantity for the stock because it has already been defined as protected, and these can be accessed through the parent class. Stock sale transaction here, it also inherits the base class methods, and then whenever a base class is marked with abstract keyword, then the derived class must override them. So this is the override method for execute, and then override print summary as well. That's how encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, polymorphism has been implemented in our program. Thank you.